Hi everyone, this is just a quick summary of Chapter 4 takeaways. Chapter 4 has a lot of conversation tips, and most of them I agree with and, believe that if you read them and kind of process how they could work for you, I think they could be very beneficial. But I wanted to just kind of highlight a few of the things that I think stand out the most in this chapter. The Ten Commandments. At the end of the chapter, there's a list of 10 commandments of things to do, and they're all fantastic, and I agree with them. Here's 5 that I think you really need to pay attention to. Do your homework on yourself. I've talked about that in almost every video. Self-reflection is critical to successful interviewing, which is why we've been doing all the pedal exercises. Know who has power. Use your bridge. Use the people you know to find jobs. You would be amazed if you would just ask people, do you know someone in this career field? Do you know someone who works here? 9 times out of 10, they're going to know someone that is connected somewhere. Use your bridge, use your people. Do your homework on the organization. I cannot stress this enough. We have, like I said in previous videos, we've just recently interviewed 4 faculty. The ones that asked us questions that were not basic, general, what's your mission, what are your goals with your classes, all of that's online. We want people who ask the interesting questions, who ask about how their research can fit into a specific area or pillar that our or learning outcome that our department supports. So know your organization and ask questions related to the organization. Ask for the job. Tell them, I'm interested in this. I really want this position. What would it take to hire me? And always send a thank you note. Very important. Emails are fine. Handwritten notes nice and better. It takes a little bit longer to get there, but you want to send something to let them know that you thank them for their time and for interviewing you. A few other thoughts. Tip number 5, 5 questions employers want to know, 5 questions you are asking yourself. I think it's great to review these and have an answer prepared or questions prepared for the organization. Tip number 8, I really like this, and it's not something that's often discussed in relation to job interviews, and that is that the employer is concerned about risk. And it kind of goes back to one video I did where we talked about different perceptions that the employer and the person looking for the job have. You're looking for a job, they're going through to see, okay, who presents the most risk, who could we eliminate from this job search process, and let's see who we have left. It's an interesting take on how the employer approaches the job search. They're looking at, if we hire this person, are they going to leave in 2 months? It's a lot of money, it's a lot of time to invest in hiring someone, training someone, getting them up to speed. As an interviewer, an employer, you really need to know who you're looking for and what you're looking for because you want to minimize that risk. And then tip number 3, employers want to predict future behavior. That's where behavioral interviewing comes from, which is why we're practicing with the questions that we're using, because they want to hear themes in your stories that reflect certain behaviors that they can expect of you. So that's just a few takeaways from Chapter 4. Again, I like all of those tips that they give. There's a lot of them, but I think each one of them has value, and I just wanted to highlight the ones that I found the most interesting. Thank you.